Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Psychological Counseling and Palmistry. For new viewers, I am an astrologer, palmist, and a psychologist. I provide holistic therapy combining all these sciences. I intend to spread awareness of these sciences through my YouTube channel. So, a warm welcome to all of you. Today's video is a continuation of my previous video on anxiety. Recap of the previous video. I explained difference between the words fear and anxiety, how anxiety is a health issue, and what therapies are provided by modern medical science. In case you would like to check out the whole video, I will provide the link in the description below. In today's video, we will focus on how our Vedic sciences, astrology and palmistry, go one step further and can predict mental health issues in advance, whereas modern medical science just identifies mental health issues when symptoms crop up. Today's agenda is to look at how beautifully our Vedic science not only predicts but also provides pariharas for these issues. Let's start with astrology. What is astrology? Astrology or Jyotish Shastram is a divine science. It gives a snapshot of our life in the form of a horoscope or kundali. This Vedic science provides us opportunities to change or take control of our lives. It helps us identify our shortfalls, predict health ailments, and also provides pariharas or remedies to overcome difficult times. Astrology comprises of grahas and nakshatras and their influence on us. Each graha exercises its influence on every individual and affects day-to-day lives. Every graha governs a body part and signifies certain qualities in a person. For example, Surya is known as Atmakaraka, which means he governs our soul. Chandra Manokaraka, he governs the mind. Mangala is a strength within us, and so on. By now, we have gained the knowledge that grahas play a major role in our lives. They influence mind, health, and pretty much everything in our lives. Horoscope or kundali is a snapshot of placement of grahas and nakshatras of an individual at the time of birth. These grahas and nakshatras in the zodiac are represented in a horoscope. A horoscope comprises of 12 houses or bhavas. Using this chart, we will be able to predict if a person will be affected with mental health illness. I will be using a few technical words with respect to a horoscope, such as lagna, posited, afflicted, often in this video. Before I jump in, let me give you the meanings of these words. Lagna means first house or first bhava in an individual's horoscope, as you can see in these three examples. Example 1, the first house in this horoscope is Mesha. In example 2, the first house in this horoscope is Kataka. In example 3, The first house in this horoscope is Vrishabha. Posited placement of Graha. As you can see, in these three examples, Chandra could be placed in different houses. Afflicted, Graha's loss of strength. Here, in these three examples, Shani is aspecting Chandra from various houses. Malefic houses. Houses that don't give desired output, meaning they give unfavorable results. These houses in the horoscope are 6th house, 8th house and 12th house. 6th house denotes Rogasthana or house of diseases. 8th house denotes chronic illness. And 12th house denotes hospitalization. I will highlight a few factors in the horoscope that are important to predict mental illness. Firstly, Lord of first house and its placement in malefic house. What is the significance of this? Lagna or first house is the most important house in the horoscope. Lagna governs the head of the person and provides information about the individual's personality. If Lord of Lagna is posited in 6th or 8th or 12th house in a horoscope, then it indicates health ailments to the head, such as anxiety, frustration, and related ailments. Second, placement of Chandra in malefic house. Chandra is known as Manokaraka, which means it governs the mind. During the full moon, an individual is seen to be creative, happy, peppy by nature. But during the new moon, the same native becomes pessimistic, filled with doubt and negative thoughts. Especially during new moon, negative thoughts crop up during the night and keeps the person up, making the person an insomniac and reduces the next day's productivity. If Chandra is in the 6th house or Bhava in a horoscope, then it causes gut-related ailments. Such an individual's gut doesn't give the right amount of inner strength for self-belief or confidence. So, the person is always in doubt, in turn increases mental agony. Chandra in 8th Bhava makes the native prone to try various medication to overcome illness, which in the long run leads to side effects and weak immune system. This leads to a prolonged mental tension and anxiety as 8th Bhava causes chronic illness. Chandra in the 12th Bhava causes anxiety, mental illness and frustration. This makes the native fearful of unknown danger, makes the person behave different from society's norms, leading to less interactions with people and becomes a loner. Third, placement of Buddha in malefic house. Buddha Graha controls the brain. He is the lord of intelligence. Intelligence in Sanskrit is buddhi. If the Graha Buddha is afflicted or troubled, he causes mental imbalance and illness. In the sense, human mind is responsible to create wonders, but at the same time it can create disasters. The weak Buddha in the horoscope makes the native aggressive and use abusive language. As Buddha also governs the nervous system, he causes headache, palpitations, and related ailments. Buddha in 6th house makes the native worry, lose temper during conversations. The native is prone to have a nervous breakdown because of work pressure. This placement of the graha makes the native extremely anxious and ruins the mental health. Remember, I had mentioned that negative thoughts increase during night time due to the influence of Chandra. Similarly, if Buddha is in 6th house, overthinking occurs during meal time. Buddha in 8th house makes the native self-consumed, so he or she ends up not having friends. Such a placement of graha makes the person constantly worry about financial stability and anxious about being duped by spouse or work partners. This placement also makes the person quarrelsome. Buddha in 12th house makes the native lethargic, lays around and delay finishing tasks, but later regrets the unfinished task, gets stressed, loses peace of mind and becomes an insomniac. That is when anxiety kicks in and affects the mental well-being. This is a vicious cycle. Another result of Buddha in 12th house is that the person behaves in an eccentric manner, quarrels with people and creates enemies. Another important combination for mental illness is if Chandra and Buddha are posited together in malefic house. Placement of these two grahas together in 6th or 8th or 12th bhava makes a person highly imaginative. Such people worry about something or the other. They get upset with the slightest disturbance or changes in their life. This recurring worry affects their mental health and hampers even their daily routine and daily life. You must have noticed that I have mentioned mental health issues even for anxiety, worry, sleeplessness. Please understand that these are the initial stages of mental illness. When this is prolonged, it leads to serious mental health issues that are clinically diagnosed, such as depression, anxiety disorder, etc. What we need to appreciate here is that astrology helps us in identifying the mental health in its early stages and helps you nip any such issue in the bud with the use of pariharas. This way, it prevents the person from a serious problem. In this video, we saw the factors in a horoscope that causes mental health issues, such as the position of grahas, Chandra, Buddha or Lagna Lord in malefic houses. These were a few high-level examples, but there are many factors that are taken into account when a horoscope is analyzed fully. We saw astrologers' perspective on mental health. In the next video, I will explain how palmistry guides us to identify mental health, and finally, the most important aspect, pariharas or remedies to prevent or cope with any mental health issue. Stay tuned for the next video to learn more. Thanks for watching. If you find these videos informative, please do share and subscribe to the channel. Take care and stay safe.